You're listening to Rivals of the East.
Welcome back to Rivals of the East. I'm your host, Buzz, here with Sean. It's been just a little bit here, but Sean, we're back for week 6. We've got Dolphins, Vikings, Patriots, Browns. We got some maybe playoff implications for the Patriots with this game. Bill coming out strong against the man, Dan Campbell, and the Lions last week, 29-0, right? Sean, I want to ask you a question. It's not really a question. I'm going to tell you something. So, I guess it is a question. So, those watches that count your steps? The smart watches? Yeah. Why do they always make you feel so bad, Sean? They always make you feel like you don't do enough, They got those medals.
They make me feel bad for the wrong reasons. They make me go, oh, wait, I do walk too much. That's probably not good for my back down the road. But
the reason why I bring it up is I had gotten one of those, and not only does it make your wrist smell like a belly button, but it is also, I can only imagine that it's probably the same feeling that Patriots fans have, knowing that, like, hey, we're doing so much better, it seems like, but it's not enough. It's just not enough. It's never enough.
It wasn't with the backup quarterback.
Yeah. Because apparently, judging by most Patriot fans, it is not enough, Sean. So, is this week the week where you guys beat the Browns and it finally is enough? Is Bill doing enough?
Sure hope so.
Hot take.
Yeah. It's really hard to know because it's kind of like a bittersweet feeling when you're like, okay, yeah, you pummeled the team and you're like, at what cost? What injuries did they have? Now I'm asking ourselves, what injuries did we have? Because apparently we don't have a starting corner out there.
Yeah, well, what's going on with your corner situation?
It honestly, no one saw anything in the game that Jonathan Jones was injured.
Okay.
And now Jalen Mills is also questionable.
Wait, so Jalen Mills? What happened to him?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Did he also hurt his back?
Yeah, apparently him and Tua. But we'll have Jack Jones and Marcus Jones starting with Miles Bryant out there, so I'm sure that'll be real fun to watch, real interesting. At least we'll get to see the young talent if they got something going. Outside of that, I'm not too excited to see Jacoby Brissett and that guy Nick Chubb that's like leading the league. What is he, just shy of 600 yards already?
Something like that. And he doesn't even play the full game half the time. It's like Kareem Hunt's still there.
Last time they played against us, they ran all over us. So,
well, I think you guys have a stouter run defense this time, personally. So, you don't think so?
No.
Compared
Especially with the injuries
to
the corners. I think with the injuries to the corners, they're going to be so cut off their heels because they're going to be overcompensating.
Sean, if you were to simulate this game in Madden 23, now that you finally have an Xbox Series S, the right one, and you were to simulate this game, you think Madden would be fair? What do you think you would get on this? You think Patriots win or Browns win?
Yeah, I'd probably have them win like 26-29 or some nonsense.
Meanwhile, you're over there telling me how many times you're picking off Zach Wilson. 6 times. 5.
That's my defense that allows 20 yards on any given play, and I can also pick you off.
Matt Patricia's specialty.
He's all or nothing.
Now. Yeah. Maybe it's that way in offense, But regardless. Yeah, so Browns have, been playing solid to decent football for the most part. obviously they're in contention to win their division this year, at least at this point heading into week 6. Steelers, obviously, well, Steelers are the Steelers this year. They have no quarterback, so don't have to worry too much there. Ravens, they're injury ridden, and I don't know. It just, to me, any given week they could be good or they could just blow it. I mean, who knows? So, and then you've got the Bengals, who just can't get things going. It seems like they've had a really tough time. So, I mean, there is a shot for them, but either way, AFC game, it's playoff implications down the line. It's a win-win. It's got to be for each team here. So, I would think if the Patriots can pull off the win here, and Bill knows what's at stake. He's been to the dance a few times, so I'm sure he's going to have the guys ready. But I would guess that I think Patriots will pull this one out. It'll be a dogfight, but I think they'll probably pull it out. That's just me saying that, Sean. I hope the Browns win, but Bill, man,
Right. I think even if the Patriots don't, have a great game because of their secondary being down, I still think they find a way.
Ramondre Stevenson. That's how they find ridiculous.
A way.
Or maybe Cleveland gets zapped.
No.
That's what the kids are calling it.
0.0 chance. Yeah, 0.0 chance.
Zappy. Connecting to Devontae Parker. Reminiscent of Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. Could it be? Maybe. We'll find out.
They show the picture. Are they the same?
Is this game in New England or in Cleveland?
It's in New England. That's why I give the Patriots
you don't have to look at that goofy elf.
Brownie the elf.
I call him the Lost Keebler elf.
I'll have you know, they won 6 championships with that logo.
The Browns?
Yes.
Really? Could this year be the 7th? Probably not. I digress. I want you to know, though, Sean, there's a lot of breaking news this past week for those who haven't been paying attention. It's only been in the headlines everywhere, but to answer everybody's question, no, it's not about Tua. We're getting a new ping pong table in Miami. Tyreek Hill, what was it? Earlier in the week, Tyreek Hill went out there and said he's removed the ping pong table so that Miami could focus more on winning games after we got 40 dropped on us by the Jets. And McDaniel said that demonstrated true leadership. And Tyreek had to clarify a couple days later and said one of the legs was bent and he's getting a new ping pong table as he was streaming on Fortnite, I think it was.
Yes.
When McDaniel was asked about it, he said it's the players' locker room, jokingly and sarcastically, and they'll decide if they want to have one in there or not for the most part, the gist of it. It could have been just a little play around on the media. Could have been who knows what. But that was an actual
table
story.
Or not.
Ping pong
sounds
game.
Like the same head coach that doesn't know what's going on in his own locker room.
Well, I will say, quite frankly, we're sitting at 3-2. This week, we're playing the Minnesota Vikings, and we're playing a lukewarm Kirk Cousins, a red-hot Justin Jefferson, and a medium-hot Dalvin Cook. So what does that mean? Well, we got Xavier Howard back from his exploding groin injury or whatever it was. But either way, he's been rebuilt, and he's able to play this week. And we've got some injuries that are coming up here, and I want to go over this injury report before I dive into what I think of this game, Sean. I want you to hear this, okay? So our injury report for this week is, as of now, today, which is probably going to wind up being the full injury report anyways. Miami, Tua, just to make everybody aware, Tua is in full participation of practice as of today. Or yesterday, I should say, but he's still in concussion protocol, so he is officially out for the game, but they are hopeful he plays week 7 against the Steelers in prime time. Please, dear God, let's not have another situation like last time. Cater Cowhu, he has a injured oblique. He is doubtful. He had limited practice all week, so he's doubtful for the game. Toronto Armstead is questionable. He didn't participate all week in practice, but that's been the way since the beginning of the year. Teddy Water under the Bridgewater, is full participation, but he's questionable for the Dolphins. He's in concussion protocol after, depending on who you ask, a New York Jets fan or a professional saw him allegedly stumble in the Jets game after the first hit. I don't know. We've also got
maybe they should be asking if his back hurts.
Maybe his ankle. I thought he hurt his elbow because when he threw that ball, his elbow hit Sauce Gardner's helmet, which would have made sense. But he was rolled out for
hit his funny bone on his elbow and
not so funny
contusion.
Questionable as well. Elijah Campbell at defensive back, Raheem Mostert, Durham Smythe, and Elijah Campbell. Oh, I already said. Tanner Connor was also, but he's probably going to be a go. So Vikings, on the other hand, only a couple questionables here. Alexander Madison at running back, who's questionable, but he is limited on practice, as well as DJ Wonham, outside linebacker there. Everybody else is pretty much good to go. We're starting Skylar Thompson, our third-string quarterback, our seventh-round draft pick this previous draft. Tom Brady was a sixth-round pick, Sean. So by my calculations, Skylar Thompson could possibly be even better than Tom Brady because he has less respect on his name because he was picked around later. So maybe
Skylar,
maybe this is the start of a new dynasty, Sean. Yeah. I'm gonna stay optimistic here.
Wait, did he win his first game?
He did not start. So this is his first
Same excuse for using.
This is his first official start. Did Tom Brady win the game for the Patriots when he came in?
That season he did.
Well, he didn't beat the Jets that game. Just saying. But so
Skylar, Drew put him in such a hole. Yeah.
You leave old Drew alone. He's a battle-hardened veteran for that despicable franchise. But I digress. Sean, Skylar Thompson starting. What are your thoughts on Miami heading against your fantasy franchise quarterback, Kirk Cousins, and the Minnesota Vikings?
They're going to do just fine. If I've learned anything, he'll move the ball up and down the field at will, and will score 1 out of 5 attempts.
You're saying the Vikings?
Yes, that is correct.
Gotcha.
So they'll net like a whole 17 points when they should have like 42. But that's just according to Kirk Cousins' fantasy stats, because he seems to blow it for me every time I need him.
You didn't start Justin Fields in arguably the greatest Thursday night football game in NFL history against the Commanders.
Oh, and thank God.
Condolences to Al Michaels, because apparently his broadcasting career, he just wants it to die already. So after these last 2 weeks, oh my God, horrible football.
I also forgot to mention that Damian Harris is out. That's why we were lamenting Ramon. Also, the Browns have some key injuries as well. Jadeveon Clowney, questionable, probably going to be out for the game. Joe Hayden, same deal.
Joe Hayden, okay.
So
that's a veteran presence too.
Yeah, Patriots are catching a little bit of a break there. Never heard that before. Like, kind of like if Watson was starting. Good thing he isn't.
Yeah, he doesn't come back until
not so fortunate for massage therapists.
Well, yeah. Let's week 13, I think it is, Sean, that Watson comes back. It's 12-game suspension.
I don't know. He's got to work it out, I guess.
Maybe there's somebody he can call for that. But anyways, I think Miami's going to roll into this game. I think we'll be respectable. I really do, because
belly up.
I think, well, last week Raheem Mostert we got the run game going. We had Raheem Mostert about 14 carries, $114, I think, on the ground, and the touchdown. Turnovers are what really killed us, and the defense just playing that's one thing that I will say. For anybody that says Miami has a good defense, take a look in the mirror. Take a long, hard look and question yourself. Look at the analytics. Look at the statistics. We're the 28th ranked defense in the league. The 28th. We are not a good defense. Do we have talent? Yes. I'm not saying we are deprived of talent. In fact, Cater Kohu has performed much better than I anticipated. Same with key on the thumb crossing. And I call him the thumb because if you ever seen his picture of Madden, he looked like a thumb. But they've done much better than I anticipated. Nick Needham has held his own for the most part in the games that he's had to play number two because Byron Jones, I guess they're surgically repairing his entire leg and not just the Achilles because he's still out. So I don't know if he's coming back as a T800 or T1000. Maybe he'll just appear as a like solid silver puddle and pick a ball off or something. But he's not back yet.
It's a little critical, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just tired of it. Like people keep telling me that Stephen A. Smith, the Dolphins have a respectable defense. They're gonna put it all on the field. And I'm like, dude, do you even watch football? Do you even watch this defense? Josh Boyer just goes, let's call zero blitz. Like, dude, why are you calling zero blitz? Just call zero blitz. Sometimes it works. It didn't against the Jets. Well, I mean, we were still in it 19-17 in the fourth quarter. Yeah, what was the final score?
You guys made officially Zach Wilson the top 8th quarterback in PFF rankings, thinking to your defense.
Like, listen, we have talent. I believe that. It's just we need a new defensive coordinator. I'm sorry. People don't like that. Take your Josh Boyer posters and frame them if you want. I don't care. You can wipe your tears off it much easier. But Josh Boyer's not a good defensive coordinator. It's the same defense as how we looked in the first 7 games of last year when we had Brian Flores as our head coach. Okay? We are far less disciplined. We have penalty after penalty. We commit too many blown coverages. We're not putting guys in the best position to make plays. We're looking like the New England Patriots out there. Okay?
What a disgrace. What a disgrace.
What a
Bottom
disgrace.
of the barrel of our own division.
I expect to see McDaniel kick a football that's thrown his way next time when he's on the sideline. Just like Bill. Just disrespectful. Get that out of here.
You know what? The reason why that won't happen is because Bill respects the game. And you wouldn't fudge the
If there's anything I know
fudge
about
player
Bill,
safety.
if there's listen, if McDaniel could borrow some of those binoculars that Bill's got and those fixed walkie-talkies, maybe then. But I think Bill is just showing off his special teams ability when he kicked that ball in the Green Bay game. But
it's right there.
I don't know. I think Miami's going to, like I said, be respectable, but we're probably going to fall a little short in this game because Minnesota is pretty well and healthy. They're coming off a win against Chicago. Who isn't, though? But
hey, I'm not sure if you're familiar with this player, but they might want to triple Justin Jefferson if they have to.
That's exactly where I am. Like, I don't think we're going to stop Justin Jefferson. We didn't stop. I mean, here's the thing. Adam Thielen is still on the team. Dalvin Cook is still on the team. I mean, they can run it, and Dalvin Cook can catch too. So they can play it out in the flats. They can play the deep routes. They can play the in and out routes. They can play all over the place. And we don't have the linebacking.
Jalen Reagor, he's still there.
We don't have the linebacking crew that can kind of mitigate that at this point. Maybe Tyndall will turn into somebody who could do that, but as of right now, it's just not going to happen. So I think we fall short in this one. I'm going to go 27-17. Vikings wind up pulling this one off. I know. It's funny because I say that, and probably they're going to win because every time this season so far, Sean, I've said Miami's going to win, they lose. And every time I say they're going to lose, they win. So if you're betting, go the opposite of what I'm saying. But what's your final score prediction for the Patriots?
17. I think this game is going to be the fastest game ever played on the field because they're going to run the ball respectively on both sides so much that it's going to run out the clock and it's going to keep the score low. I think the Patriots benefit off a late brisket turnover yet again for the 3rd game in a row, and they hold on to the Zap attack.
They're going to bring the barbecue sauce for that burnt end brisket. In case you haven't noticed, I think the Patriots are going to wind up being that thorn in the side of the AFC East where everybody's like, it's like the Simpsons kid, where they laugh, but it's like they do just enough to annoy you in a game and do just enough to be like, could they still make the playoffs? And the Patriot fans are like, could we still make the playoffs? And Bill's like, could we still make the playoffs? And then they were going to fall short like week 15 or 16 or something like that. So
they'll fall short of a game before they play the Dolphins and then upset the Dolphins, and it'll be a travesty.
The roles will be reversed, Sean. We'll be like, playoffs, all we have to do is get by this terrible New England team in New England.
Miami bound.
Bill, not so fast, and then they just wind up winning like 3-0.
Quadruple lateral win. Oh my God!
It's the New England. It's the clam chowder miracle. Yeah, they'll call that. I'm waiting for an audible to hear in a New England game called Lobster.
They'll name the game like the NFL Follies.
Too bad Steve Sable's not around to host anymore, but maybe they can find somebody else. Maybe Al Michaels will do it when he retires from calling the terrible atrocity that is Thursday Night Football. So
here we are with the stadium with all of its great memories and miracles that have taken place. And here we are scoreless tonight. And I'm like, oh,
and it's a touchdown. He was like so excited. It was like Santa came to his house. Oh my God. 47 possessions. Yeah.
At least my God, what I always wanted, Carson Wentz and Justin Fields.
I'm just not looking forward to the Miami Steelers, the Dolphins Steelers game in a week from now, only because I will have to sit through. Now, here's a guy. Tua's going to come out on the field. Now, here's a guy who had a lot of injuries and concussions, and he's playing now. I just don't want to hear Chris Collinsworth and that Adam's apple banging against the microphone for like 3 hours and 15 minutes.
I got a good Thursday night game for you.
Which one?
Sounds similar. The Patriots and the Vikings on Thanksgiving.
All right, is that a Thanksgiving game?
That is a Thanksgiving game.
Wow. I might have to check that one out just so it puts me to sleep. All that turkey.
Bill Belichick's record on Thanksgiving.
What is that?
Undefeated.
No way. He's really undefeated.
I think because it's only happened twice.
Oh, he's 2-0? Oh, wow. Did you know Bill Belichick has never lost on Thanksgiving? How many times has he played? Twice.
He had one sleeve torn off that game. The other fully stitched.
Why? Was he just a frustrated guy in that game? Like,
he wanted to reach for the flag on his right arm.
What?
So he unstitched it so he was able to reach it easier.
So what does it mean if he has both sleeves off?
I'm not even joking. There is a statistic where this guy has created based off his uniforms has winning percentages on it.
Okay.
Bill with long socks up, Bill with no sleeves, Bill with sleeves.
Dude, you want to
know wearing a rain jacket.
Okay, do you remember the old WWF wrestler, the British Bulldog?
Yes.
Okay, do you remember how he used to have like the tight tassel around his bicep where his shoulder and his bicep meet right there? Okay, I'm going to say that's Bill with the flags. He's like tying the flags like those tight tassels around his arms right there, just like the British Bulldog.
Pretty sure he's the only coach in the NFL that pulls the flag out underneath his sock, underneath his foot, and hits the ref in the head with it.
Oh, he's now going to be called the British Bulldog.
And if kicks come near him out of bounds when you have a bad call because he ran off too much time off the clock when it should have stopped, he may also punt it at your head as well.
You think he's nicer to the female refs?
No, not a chance.
Bill's
by far the meanest guy I've ever seen to a coach on the sideline.
That's a sign of weakness, Sean. Being a real jerk as a head coach.
Might actually go out there and say he respects their leadership was something that didn't happen.
Well, just saying. Well, I personally think Patriots will win 2013 over the Browns.
Still my score now.
No, you said 21-17. I said 2013.
It's
the same ballpark. You're not getting over 21 points. That's a fact. What do you think the Dolphins-Vikings score is going to be before we wrap up?
28-31.
28-31? You think Vikings?
I think Vikings.
Yeah. we're going to find out. I know you're hoping Kirk Cousins goes off because you desperately need it. But
please, dear God.
Kirk, if you hear me, please. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Game's coming up here soon, and we're gonna have our post-game show shortly, within a day after that. So we're gonna have probably quite a bit to talk about. I'm interested to see if the news of the new ping pong table really gets the guys going to play here.
It came, it was shipped, and it's scuffed on top, so they're gonna have to send it back out and get a new one.
Leg was bent, so that's the story. I'm sticking to it. All right, everybody. Well, you can catch us out on YouTube, wherever podcasts are available. We're here at Rivals of the East on Spotify as well. And if you have anything you want to say about the show, feel free to leave a review and comment as well. We have rivalsoftheeast@gmail.com. If you want to send us any questions, we'd be happy to do that, or just comments or anything. So, everybody, enjoy some football, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.
On to the Browns.